Hello everybody, welcome to Sharon's Space. I'm so excited to be here with you today talking about a topic that I absolutely love to talk about, and one that I've had to adjust over the many years of working from home, and that is some practical tips, 20 to be exact, in a series of videos on how to be productive working from home. So let's get down to it. Before we delve into working from home, please subscribe. If you like this video, feel free to share it on to someone that you know that works from home. And don't forget to hit the bell so you can be notified when I drop some more videos. And the next video will be number 2 and number 3 of the series of working from home. Working from home. When I say office, the workforce in terms of out there amongst other humans. So what's better? What's more productive? Can you be as productive at home, or are you only productive when others are watching over you? We're going to talk about those couple of things and delve into those in more detail. So like most things, it is really all in how you actually plan everything out. The social benefits of a workplace are definitely nice to have, but they can become very distracting and very chatty. So can working from home. So my tip number 1 for you. So tip number 1, get started as soon as you can. When working in an office outside of your home, your morning commute to work can help you wake up and get ready for the day. The tunes in the car, the drive-through coffee, the motivational TED talk, all help waken you up for the working day. But at home, however, the move to your bed, the move from your bed to your computer and workspace can be much more hard, right? Yeah, you feeling me? Who can relate? Have you ever been there? How can we be more productive working from home and get started straight away in the morning? So believe it or not, one way to be productive is to hook into your to-do list straight away. It's absolutely proven to work. Now, I'm just going to preface this and say that it may not be a viable option for you. If you're like me, we wake up in the morning and my priority is to charge my phone, get the jug on, do the morning things, pack some school lunches, and get the kids essentially on the bus. So me getting into my to-do list as soon as I'm awake is not an option for me during the week. But once they are on that bus, this is where these steps and this tip starts to come into play for me. So if you're a bit like me, then that's okay. It's not as soon as you wake up, but as soon as you're ready to start your working day, it is important that you have that to-do list and you start working on that to-do list straight away, because the distractions of home will 100% take over. And with the to-do list, I have a diary that I use. I'm a bit old-fashioned in the paper diary. I do utilize technology and my phone and all that kind of stuff as well, but I love the paper diary on the desk. And what I do is I literally just put everything in there from day to day, and I then will have a look the night before or that morning, and I will simply choose 3 things in that day that I need to do that will produce me the results that I'm looking for. Now, I'm not talking about the most funnest thing to do, because that's not necessarily going to produce you the best results. I'm talking about the thing that you know you need to do to take your business one step further by actioning off those action steps, whether it is communicating with your clients, whether it's communicating with your team. You know what they are, those action producing activities that will give you results and have you that step further. So I make a note. I put 1, 2, and 3 down to which ones are the ones that are going to give me that best result would be number 1, 2, and 3. So then I know at the end of the day as well that if I've managed to nail those 3 things, although I might have 20 things on the list, and that's pretty common for me, then I am actually genuinely, seriously content knowing that I've mastered, nailed, and moved forward in those 3 top priorities for that day. So simply getting a task started in the morning, first thing, can be the key to ticking off some solid goals. Going into the workplace office, when working from home, map out all the things you do to prepare for a day at the office. You know, the one that you go to or used to go to where there's other humans, but the work from home one, we need to adapt the same philosophy and show up as if we are going there, but we have the privilege of working from home. So set your alarm, get your coffee or tea sorted, eat breakfast, have your brain inspired, snacks ready. And I'm going to talk a little bit about healthy brain food eating in a future tip, but make sure that you have set yourself those boundaries in those times to take a break as if you are in the workforce and you're taking lunch and you're having your 10-minute, 15-minute break, whatever that looks like for you. Because if you don't do that, then you will literally be at that desk and you will be doing your thing. You will feel it at the end of the day, and you need to be hydrated. You need to do the things like get some fresh air. We're going to talk about that will produce the natural stimulants that you need to actually have that laser focus. So set an alarm, set some boundaries for yourself, get some breaks in there, and don't schedule anything in those blocks of time where you can help it, and really try to stay true to that self-care and looking after yourself and employing yourself in your own work from home space. Getting dressed as if you would be happy for a friend to pop by unannounced. Now, I'm not talking about dressing in corporate wear. You can wear gym clothing when you work from home, but if it's your thing, your mojo thing, that you would be a little bit taken back and a bit freaked by someone just popping by in the way that your appearance is, then just have a bit of a think about that, because I know for myself that it's really easy to fall into the habit of being work from home frumpy and not brushing your hair, not making the efforts to feel like you're showing up for work. Like I said, it could be gym gear, but you've brushed your hair, you've brushed your teeth, you've had your breakfast, you've done all that thing, and you're then ready to go for work. So if you are watching this and you're working from home and you're thinking, I wouldn't like my friend showing up right now because you maybe haven't brushed your hair, maybe you need to take a shower, and you're not feeling that way, then oftentimes our work will dictate what we see and what we're mirroring. So it's easy to make a few changes, and it does not have to be fancy at all. Don't forget to make your bed, because it will give you that sense of, I can't go back in there because it's made. Just that in itself is worth making your bed for, because at times, and I live in Tasmania, the weather's pretty often a bit chilly. So it would be easy for me to have the need to go back to bed and rug up and do all that kind of thing. So get that distraction away and make the bed. It puts you in the best frame of mind when you actually do that one little thing. Don't forget to turn your phone off when you're taking your breaks as well. It's not a distractive time for you. You need to make sure that with the information I just provided about setting alarms for your breaks and making sure that you do that self-care, that you do that without the notifications and the dings and dongs, and allow yourself that 10, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever that looks like for you to be present in that moment and enjoying your breaks and your lunch, the fresh air, maybe the walk to the mailbox, rather than trying to do that, but yet you're still getting back to people, you're on Facebook doing the notification thing, you're checking email. So that is all a no-go when you're having your breaks. And the last one on this tip number 2, is if you are the person that wants to wash up in the morning, that wants to throw a load of washing on, whatever it is, so let's just call it household stuff, and you like to get that done before you show up to your space to work from home, then set yourself a limit for that. So for me, I've got a limit, and it genuinely is like an hour before this, but I've got a limit when I'm having full work from home days and I'm not going anywhere, is that I start at 10 and I always finish at about 3:30, no later, because my children get off the bus at 4 and there's a few things I want to do before they get off the bus. But in the morning, mine's at 10 because they get on the bus about 20 past 8, and that gives me the opportunity to put the dishes away, do a bit of a tidy, that sort of thing, and then I feel like I'm ready to start my working day at 10 o'clock. And to wrap up this video, until we meet again on part 2, I want to talk to you about finding a space. So just because you're not working from a corporate office or around others doesn't mean you can't have an office or a space. And I highly recommend that you find your space, that you know that is where you go, that is where you work from, that is your zone where your creativity, everything just flows for you. Your room or the couch, all those spaces are associated with leisure time. So if you're working from home 24/7, it's important that you allow those spaces to be that leisure time, because you can find that sometimes throughout your work from home journey that you might feel like the walls are caving in, and that is simply because you've not designated that working space, and then you're not leaving the working space to go to the leisure space. And oh my goodness, when I first started working from home at 19, that was like 20 years ago. I started out in my dingy apartment in my bedroom. I had a cheap desk, and legit, honestly, I had an electric typewriter. But you know what? It worked for me. It was this much space, but that's where everything started for me. And it really can just be as simple as that. Yeah, absolutely, the kitchen table can work for you, but finding just that little space that's not connected to maybe the kitchen table, because that's where the family eats, or anything that's related to those things, because it's a mindset thing. So even if it's just something off the kitchen table or off the bench, or even if it is in a bedroom, as long as it's not in the bed and it's at a space, you will be so much more productive. You will feel like you're in your work space to produce amazing results and actually work. So those are my top 3 tips for working from home for today, part 1. So stay tuned for part 2. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do that. Hit the bell so you can be notified when video 2 drops from working from home. And if you found value in this post, then absolutely feel free to share it on to others. And I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.